I am really excited to introduce everybody to two incredible guests that we have on the show today. Deborah Goldstein from Enlightened Philanthropy and Bruce DeBoskey from the DeBoskey Group. And, as I have met many of the people that have been on the show, I met both of you through the Purposeful Planning Institute and the work that John A. Warnick and Jay Hughes and all that group, put together and started us down a path of purposefully thinking about, wealth and philanthropy. And we kind of all come together at different spots, but here we are. What I'd like to do, and what I found to be helpful is if each of you could take a minute and just kind of share your journey. How did you end up, in this enlightened philanthropy world, or in working with, philanthropists and guiding them through, these conversations that you have with them. So Deborah, if you don't mind, what's your background and how did you end up doing what you're doing today?
Well, I have kind of a circuitous background. I'll just say that I have worked in the nonprofit world on the other side of things as a grants manager for years. And while I really enjoyed that work and I loved raising funds for the organizations that I was a part of, when I started working more with family foundations, I saw that there was a real need there to help these families navigate their own philanthropic journey. And so, so in 2008, I went out on my own and created Enlightened Philanthropy, and now have been on the journey on the other side of things. So I really appreciate that experience I had in the nonprofit world, and that's certainly something that I bring to my work, is that understanding of how a nonprofit operates, and because I think that's a missing piece for some individuals and families, is that world is a mystery. Yeah. And so I can help bring that lens to my work with them. And since then, I've been working with individuals, families, and also a lot of youth and teens, helping all of them build their philanthropic identities in this world.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bruce, give us the 5 minute, or not 5 minute, give us the overview of how you got to where you are today.
Sure. Well, I started out as a trial lawyer. I practiced law for 25 years, and I had gone to law school to use law as a tool for social change, because I felt that it was a really effective way for me to help people move forward in the world. And so for 25 years, I was a trial lawyer in Denver, Colorado, where I represented a lot of people in a lot of very difficult circumstances, trying to level the playing field and get justice. And after 25 years of fighting for a living, I decided to do something different, and I left the law, and I became the regional director of the Mountain States office of the Anti-Defamation League, which is a 100-plus-year-old organization based in New York, but with regional offices across America. And I ran the Mountain States office, and our primary job was fighting all forms of bigotry. And it was in that context that I became a fundraiser, and I raised money to support our nonprofit organization here in the Mountain States. And I watched how people gave their money away, and I was really surprised, because I saw really well-intentioned, really smart, really generous people. When it came to their philanthropy, they were usually disorganized, and even more often not strategic. So 10 years ago, in 2010, I opened the DeBoskey Group. It's a philanthropic strategy consulting firm. And we work with clients across the country, including, as you know, in Rochester, but across the country from coast to coast. Families, businesses, family foundations, public foundations, and family offices. And we really help them answer two questions. And then I'm almost done with my intro. Two questions. The one is the obvious question that I knew we were going to be helping people answer. And that is, what difference do we want to make in the world? How do we want to change or preserve something of value out there, outside our window? But the second question has emerged over a decade of this work, and it's really what we're going to be talking about significantly today. And that is, what difference do we want to make for ourselves? And I find that if you answer both questions well, you can create then a strategy to achieve both goals and be much more effective as a philanthropist. So A, what difference do we want to make in the world? And B, what difference do we want to make for ourselves, our family, our business? That philanthropy can be a really powerful tool to help people uncover the answers to those questions.
Thank you. And what you just said, you know, I think the three of us at one time or another have had conversations just like this. You know, the title of today's, you know, episode is How Family Philanthropy Can Strengthen Your Family and Your Family Business. And one of the things that I have found through the years of working with family-owned businesses is that when they have a core purpose that's greater than profit, why do they exist? What difference do they want to make in the world inside their business? When they're thinking about those things, they outperform their non-family owned or their purpose-driven competitors always, or, you know, more often than not, I would say. And so I think that what you hit on, Bruce, is the fact that having that, what do we want? What are we trying to accomplish for the world? And what are we trying to accomplish for ourselves? They're really powerful things. What is it Simon Sinek says? Start with why, right?